Yeah, I don't know either. I'm just wearing them. What's up? I'm Eric, the red-nosed reindeer. Well, today I am, but that's not why we're here. We're here because of a video I made yesterday, and I made some pretty controversial statements to some people. I basically have said after the last how many years of me wanting WWE GM mode in a game, why I finally realized it's probably not a good thing for the game itself. Especially when a team that dedicates, a year to making a title, if you spend a full year developing a brand new mode versus building on a mode that already exists, I think it would take away a lot of time from the future benefits of, say, said game mode. But then it brought me to the realization of the one thing that I love the most. I thought it was GM mode yesterday. When I started that video and I started talking about it, I truly believed that WWE GM mode was the thing I wanted the most in a video game. But that's not true, and after listening to the community and hearing your guys' responses, I think it's pretty universal that the one thing that WWE 2K could give us is the thing that already pretty much has the bones in the game. And I know a lot of people have speculated about, GM mode is never coming back because it's a THQ game mode or things like that, but none of that matters. The mode that I'm most excited for to eventually, if it ever does come back, is Story Creator. And the reason WWE Story Creator is such a big deal and is such a big part of me, and it always has been, is why I said in that video yesterday. Personally, I always thought the showcase mode was a little silly. And then I started talking to casual players who loved reliving history, and then I realized I was wrong. What I've learned is that by creating content on a mode like Showcase, which was just playing through matches, it didn't give me the fulfillment of doing or creating something unique because it's something that the dev team did, or it's something WWE history has already provided. There was nothing wrong with that. I had the wrong mindset. The reason I fell in love with Story Creator has and always will be the creativity from you guys, the fans. One of the best things that the WWE games provides, almost better than any game, is the customization tools. From the rings, the aprons, the attires, the looks, the hairstyles. Community creations has always been that big thing to me because if they didn't put it in game, which a lot of people freak out about at release, you knew that the dedicated fan base and community, just like mods for other games, would make it better. And that's all thanks to the tools that they make. And I think the next step up would be to give us the tools for Story Creator. Story Creator is that mode, I think, that we can all agree on, that it has elements that we all love. If you don't like something that's built in the game that year, go create your story. Have fun. If you want to make this person a champion, in the past, if you wanted to run this guy over with that car, or do this or that, or have this date or that date, Story Creator would let you run wild with your imagination. Now, me personally, playing everybody else's stories and reacting, it was a huge highlight for me. I love sitting down and just playing a story because as a wannabe writer, hashtag as a writer, getting in the minds of other people and seeing how they think of it or how they perceive a feud to happen or how they perceive something in the entertainment business is huge, and it's great insight for me. Because I tend to think I'm right a lot. I tend to think long-term booking with hashtag the payoff makes sense, but in the short term, you just want wrestling. You don't care. You don't care about the payoff. You just want it now. And the one thing that I want now is Story Creator, because the cutscenes are already there. The animations are already there. The only thing, and I truly do worry about this, is I make this, it's not a demand, I'm just suggesting bringing back Story Creator, is knowing the long wait times for the HD graphics of 2K, the updated attires, the models, the lights, the shaders, everything that goes into creating a custom video, even on a PS4 Pro, which, by the way, for the first time, I've played 2K18 on a PS4 Pro, thanks to my man Nodis who I'm working on a Madden series. By the way, you can go subscribe to youtube.com/Sports Gaming Universe if you've been wondering, hey, Tubi, where you been? I've been making sports videos every day because it's a passion of mine. I'm dedicated to sports. I haven't not been playing WWE 2K18 as a statement against the game. I thoroughly enjoy 2K18. The problem is I love going into Replay Editor. I love going into Highlight Reel. I like making cinematic elements. And unfortunately, the tools that were provided there, you can't hide panel. There's a lot of things you can't do when you see a game like Fortnite or even 2K, which is owned by Take-Two, has Rockstar. And then even the NBA editor, you have GTA 5 editor, you have NBA 2K's replay system is fantastic, and then you have WWE 2K. Now, I'm not putting all the blame on them. I think this is a long-term plan. I think, hiding a panel for a big majority of the players isn't a priority. And again, that's taken me a while to realize too. It's easy for us to come out and say we want this, this, and this, but realistically, how many people are going to use it? But as a creator, to have those tools, I think would be huge, and I would personally love to have happen. So when it comes to Story Creator, if we were to ever get it back, I think load times would be a huge issue. I don't know how long it would take to actually load these stories, because going back to 2K14 Story Creator, which is hands down the best in my mind overall WWE video game of all time. You can go back to my huge shelf of games back there, from SmackDown, Shut Your Mouth, Here Comes the Pain, a lot of games that were fun, No Mercy, WrestleMania. There was a lot of wrestling games I had a lot more fun with, but as an overall complete package, 2K14 to me was perfect. And then Community Creations went down. I still remember that tweet, and Dan, if you're editing this, pull that up. Who's Dan? I don't have a Dan. I am my own editor, Tubby. So when I said goodbye to Community Creations, it was a big deal. It was like saying goodbye to having this outlet that if you didn't like what they put in the game that year, you could create it. And I think that's where we're at. I think 2K18 provided a lot of fun and excitement for me with move combos, with the lighting and the graphics and the new effects. There's a lot of great stuff there. Unfortunately, if you want an arcade game, the 2K series isn't for you, and I think as much as it's taken me to realize, GM mode shouldn't be in game, at the same time, trying to ever want an arcade-style game back in 2K, I don't think makes sense. They've dedicated this much time to a simulation-based video game. Now let's just take it up a step further. Now, I don't know if Story Creator will ever be coming back, but if it does, I think Story Creator could be implemented like we talked about yesterday in like a WWE Universe mode. Being able to pick the scenes. Instead of just having match, promo, match, promo, you can actually go in and, Universe before the show, you can actually put in a scene. You could actually create something. You could have a backstage run-in. If you have a promo, you could put in your promo slot. Then it goes to the next match. And then you have a backstage cutscene inserted, so the fact that the promo you just dropped could tie back in. I think that's where Story Creator could be the most useful. Maybe not a full dedicated mode, but maybe the ability to have Story Creator elements within Universe mode would be huge. Now, that's just my personal opinion. I don't think Story Creator even has to be its own separate mode. I don't think it has to be outside of the game. I don't think it has to be dedicated. You could simply give us Story Creator elements in Universe mode, and even having that, I can go in and fake it. Like I said, we have to figure out dev stuff. I don't know load times. Even on the PS4 Pro, even though it looks a lot crispier in Replay Editor and Highlight Reel, when you're actually looking at stuff, it seems like it flows a lot better. I don't have to speed up footage. There's a lot that it looks really amazing on. On PC, WWE 2K18 looks really good, and it actually runs better, but my PC isn't good enough to handle full-on recording of the higher quality that I want, and that's on me, and that's on my computer setup. So I don't know if there's console limitations. I don't know if there's anything they could actually physically do to improve it when I'm asking for this, but if Story Creator were to come back, put it in Universe mode. I think that was a great suggestion from some of the fans yesterday, that you guys said in the comment section below that, maybe it's not a dedicated mode, maybe you have those elements within Universe because Universe mode was getting a little stale. Personally, I believe Universe mode is a little stale, but I don't think it's necessarily 2K's fault because, like I said, I can go into Universe mode and have fun because it's like you're using your imagination. Just give me a little more to do. When I pitch the Connected franchise and you have, you could pick one superstar and you're locked into Universe mode and you can only do that. Then you have a normal Universe mode where you can go in and change stuff and however 2K envisions it. And then you have the GM mode, Universe, whatever you want to call it, where I can come in and I can change cutscenes, I can do shenanigans, and I can have a lot of fun within a simulation title that 2K is putting out. So if I'm being truthfully honest, I don't even know if it's physically possible. I think the one thing we have to take into consideration when we pitch ideas is it even possible? I mean, seriously, the load times. If we had Story Creator, but the load times were this long, I would probably, if they dropped Story Creator years ago, I probably would have been complaining that it took so long to load. So by the fact that them showing us or giving us the tools to create a video within highlight reel or cutscenes, and you see how long those cutscenes take to load, you go, okay, maybe there's a reason we don't have that. Maybe, for all I know, maybe there's a reason we can't have hide panel. I personally don't know. But I'm excited about the game, and I think it's one of those things that, for me personally, they provide me a game that has great tools. I'm working on a Madden series. I'm working on an MLB series. I can create the players more realistically in a WWE video game than I can any other creation tool. WWE has a better creation tool than the games I'm playing, like Madden or NBA, whatever it is. I can create a better likeness of somebody like LeBron James in WWE, and that's something that we should be celebrating. We should be celebrating how good the community creation tools are in a game like WWE 2K. That's something we take for granted. Try playing a game, even though I really love Madden this year, try going into Madden and selecting your face or your hairstyle and realize how limited you actually are. We're very lucky with WWE 2K. Now please, 2K, just give us that little extra that helps our content take it up a notch. I hope this video is of value to you. I hope we sparked a legitimate discussion. Maybe there's something you actually want. Maybe these ideas you feel are stupid. Maybe you just like showcase mode. I don't know. That's what you have to let me know. And I'll try to pass it along if it's possible. Until next time, I'm Eric the Rudolph Red-Nosed Reindeer. Wait. Until next time, I'm Eric the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I don't know what happened, but it happened. And until next time, I'm going to go sit and play some 2K14 and some GM mode and try to figure out a creative series that could revive the channel, because I'm done making excuses. The Tubby Emu you know and love is back. Unless you like the fatter version, because I'm not getting fatter. Hopefully. Until next time, we'll see you all later.